G'day everyone. Welcome to the Positive EV podcast. This is the first podcast that we are hosting on in this Discord and pretty much ever. My name is Fracus the Third. I've been an investor for a little while now, and joining me, who do I have joining me here?
Hi, my name is Steeno. I am been investing in CS for quite some time. I moderate this server and ready to get this thing rolling.
Awesome. What have we got so far? Who have we got? Some expected value stuff from Mr. St. Gross. Yeah. All right. So, what are we going to talk about first? We've got a couple of things we can highlight. First off, Steeno, you moderate this Discord. How long have you been involved with CS:GO?
I started out playing 1.6 back in the day, and then moved to CSGO once it started up. I didn't take investing too seriously until about 2016, 2017. Just started throwing a couple pennies here or there around, and then finally, within the past 2 years, I started really taking it seriously and trying to have some fun with it and see what I can't do. It's a nice little side hustle to get going. And then last year, I joined this server, and it's been pretty awesome since. Seeing all of the waves of the market go through its motions. It's pretty interesting. How about you?
So my history with CS is actually quite short. I probably started CS playing. I actually started at CS:GO. I started in probably 20. I started in last year. Yeah, about March last year. So I've only been playing for a bit over a year. I've never really had a computer as such to be able to play games, but the whole money side of this is what's attracted me and has guided some of my choices in playing the game. I've seen ways that people have made money in this and thought I'd learn more about it. My history with most of the investing has been through other collectibles, such like Magic the Gathering. It's been quite a journey in Magic, so learned how to make money there. Then coming across to CS:GO, I was like, this is a entirely new collectible world. I've looked at the success and failures of various collections, various sticker capsules, various skins, and it got very, very interesting for me. It was absolutely awesome. And so I joined this Discord in about July, August-ish time period, and have proceeded to learn lots, share lots. One of my favorite sayings, seeing all these new investors coming to hit, is time in the market, not timing the market. So,
yes, that's true. I feel like that goes for a lot of investing things.
Absolutely.
That's so true.
Absolutely is true. Like, you can look at any of the capsules that have been historically, except for maybe RMR. RMR hasn't had that time period yet, but looking at Berlin, looking at Krakow 2017, looking at Cato 2019's, these capsules started relatively cheap. Though I wasn't around for when they were in store, but compared to in-store prices, they've all had varying degrees of success.
Right. Yeah, for me, I remember in 2014 when Katowice 2014 was going on, and I picked up a bunch of those capsules for, I don't know what the price was at the time, but it was pretty cheap, and I think I doubled what I made off of them, and I was ecstatic. I was like, man, I can buy a game with this on Steam. Easy, you don't have to tell my wife, whatever. But looking at it now, I'm like, oh my gosh, those are worth $8,000 each now. It's crazy.
Yeah, 8 to 10. I've struggled to find them under 10 anymore.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
crazy. Like, I don't know. That was one of those moments where I made money, but at what cost? But no, you learn a lot from stuff like that.
You
But
do.
then on the flip side of that, you have things that you could purchase and hang on to, and it'll just keep going down. And I think we're seeing a lot of that in
RMR.
RMR right now. Yeah.
Everyone's committed to hold to the bottom at the moment, hey?
Yep.
I've seen
Yep.
people
It's
holding their
you.
Tyler golds, their Navi golds, the capsules themselves. They're just
Yeah.
absolutely going to the floor.
You can only go up though, right? That's the thought. Hopefully.
Absolutely. The thought is you can only go up, but it's the time and opportunity cost at this point for a lot of our listeners. Like some of them may have been investing for a while, but
Right.
it is a
Yeah.
massive time commitment to see this go up. What have you got from RMR so far?
I picked up a bunch of capsules, and just like papers, a couple foils, a couple golds, but mostly just papers and capsules.
Yep.
And I didn't get them at rock bottom price either. I thought the sale would surely end by now, but you live and you learn. So
Yeah.
how about you?
Yeah, I actually thought that sale would have ended by now, but I, who everyone here would remember when the Steam market absolutely just tanked. It went down, seeing as this when the sale happened, Steam broke for a couple days. Managed to
that
get
was-
I managed to in that time get orders in for Navi papers at 3 cents each, 3 cents Australian.
right.
People, instead of selling them for 30 cents, were selling them for 3, and I've got 100 so far of my buy order. I did have some golds. I did unbox a couple golds that I have sold since, turned into other investments, namely Katowice 2015. But
You got me on the shattered web case hype a little bit.
Absolutely.
I sold it at its peak last year, or not, yeah, last year, and I was super pumped about it.
Yeah.
And I thought they were gonna be dead to the world to me. I would never pick one up again, but you convinced me, Fricus. You convinced me.
I have been huge on Shattered Web being an absolute sleeper of an investment. People here will probably think I'm an idiot. We'll be able to look at this recording in another 12 to 24 months' time and see where we're at. But Shattered Web for me, during the biggest price dip, I've been able to pick them up during the RMR sale for about $1.20 Australian each. So about $1, 90 cents to $1 US, I think that converts to.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
So I picked up a bunch more then, and they've already risen to about $1.50, $1.60. But this case has such low supply. The
Yeah, that's the
skins-
thing. You look at Operation Broken Fang case compared to
Yeah, absolutely.
Shattered Web.
On Steam right now, Operation Broken Fang has 400,000 listings. Like that's just
that's
active
a
listings.
drop in the bucket too.
Yeah, and Shattered Web has got 28,000. Like that, you've got absolutely like no supply. You've got less than 10% of the supply of Shattered Web is available on market. And how many people
Right,
would
and-
have just people were just opening
of course
them like crazy.
Of course, the setup for the operation definitely changed the supply.
Absolutely.
And you could see that all the people mining those cases and grinding them out, getting what I think there's 100 of them, 50 of them. I can't remember the
Yeah, you
exact
get
amount
about
that you
50
could
of
get
them
out of it,
for the operation pass,
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
and you were just able to go infinite. Whereas in Shattered Web, 100 stars got you like 5 cases.
Right.
Like the numbers are just so different, and you didn't get to pick. You just got it if you got it, and paid for it.
There was one point when the price of the Operation Broken Fang case on the market it would have actually been cost effective to purchase stars in the store. And I mean, you'd only make a couple cents each, but there was a time where you could purchase the stars in the store redeem them for the Broken Fang cases, and then sell them on the market for a little bit of a flip.
Yeah.
Now, the time you want to do that, it could be worth it, but I know for a fact there were people that were doing that, and that's another huge contribution as to why there's so many of those things.
Right? It's just the numbers on them were absolutely insane. And so, reflecting back to Shattered Web, you've got such a low supply for them, plus the knives in them were like the unboxing for those knives has been insane. But something else people haven't been taking notice of is the skins themselves have been going up in value. So something people haven't been talking about is your AWP Containment Breach. It's not the most expensive AWP around, but it's a nice skin that's been creeping up. The Mac 10 Stalker, you've got the SG. I think the SG nerf came around Shattered Web period.
Right.
So that's when. So unfortunately, that took a little bit of a hit. But you've also got in the purple slot, you've got actually a reasonable AK in the Rat Rod.
Right.
In your purple section, and you've got you've got a skin that's got quite a lot of detail, not unlike the slate that has just been released.
Oh, yeah.
You've got high quality skins. You've got nice high quality knives. Sure, we've got the prime case at the moment in Fracture, which has suppressed the price of Shattered Web greatly. You can see on the graph pretty much when when it got released. I think so.
Yep.
If I look here, $3.30 was when it in Australian was when it was when Fracture Case got released, and it immediately dropped to about $2.20. It's been on the decline since and bottomed out at about $1.17 Australian. No one's wanting to sell below that at this point. And oof, my oh my, it's now starting to pick back up again.
I got really lucky with those because I offloaded them when I think they were what, $5 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was stoked.
I think I offloaded quite a few at $3 each, and then I've sat and resell. I've rebought more. So that's my little
we'll
sleeper.
see.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see. Definitely a sleeper for me.
That's my little dark horse. Should be able to see out. Is your inventory public or private?
No, not right now.
I've made the silly mistake of keeping my inventory public, so people will be able to see various things I've invested in. I've still got Navi papers coming in. I've got.
I've been neglecting my inventory because I have some buy orders for well, at least I had buy orders. Now they all filled, but Phase RMR, and then I've been getting a lot of Vitality Hollows.
Oh man!
Each for 3 cents, and
Nice.
so I think I have about 150 of each just sitting out right now.
Oh, awesome! 150. I've filled probably 3 storage containers over the course of RMR.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's at the point though where I'm just curious, like, is it worth it at this point? But it will be. I promise.
It
I
will
don't
be,
promise,
believe
but
in
I
the
hope.
process.
Right. Exactly.
So, the name of this podcast is Positive EV. Where, for both of us, where has that name come from?
I mean, some would probably say Steeno screaming it out. Obviously, that's not it. In screaming it into his crappy mic. But nope, that's not it. It is in fact the. I always assume or loop in Positive EV with outsourced.
Yes,
because he's the legend of
Frosty the Snowman.
EV. Yes, Frosty the Snowman in the flesh.
In the ice.
But one thing that I was thinking that we could do on this podcast, like a little section here, is the checking out his capsule EV guide.
Yep.
And pinpointing. I mean, if there's a capsule that's not an autograph capsule, it has to be a team sticker capsule.
Yep.
And the team sticker capsule that has the highest expected value, based off of Outsourced's lovely capsule EV guide spreadsheet. We'll pick that one out. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Explain its price. Explain its expected value. So the one that's
where can we find this this sheet? I
what
assume
is it?
is it a private sheet or is it one that's accessible for everyone to have a look at and review?
I'm pretty sure it's accessible to everybody. I have it bookmarked on my computer. I'm pretty sure if you just go into chat and you look at Outsourced's comments and you search it up or something like that, it'll give you the answer for it. I don't.
Oh, thank you, Bamboo.
Thought there was a command for it, maybe.
Capsule EV. So Gerald, EV stands for expected value. So if you open a case or a capsule,
there's a ton of people opening it up right now too.
Yeah, so we're all opening it up. So with expected value, that's when you open a case or open a capsule. How much money are you expecting to return from it? Alrighty. So that's what positive
today's, yep. So today's item of choice here is the DreamHack Cluj-Napoca 2015 Challengers capsule. And remember, we're not doing autograph ones because we'd be going over Flipside Tactics Atlanta 2017, and I don't think there's enough meat to
Did you say the Challengers or Legends?
Challengers. Right now. So the last Steam, and you can look, it's on the bottom portion of the guide. There is the best capsule EV, and it ranks them out.
Yep. So if I go to,
but the EV for this is at staggering 95.48%, and I know that's going against the namesake of the podcast because it is supposed to be positive EV. But if you purchased it on the Steam community market, the last sale of it was at $38.19, and that's US. Its expected value is $36.47.
Wow.
Which isn't bad if you just look at that. But then I opened up CSGO Stash because I was curious.
Yep.
And I looked at the capsule, and to be honest, Fricus, it's garbage. First of all, I don't like the sticker. I think the sticker looks bad. That's just me. I know some people might like it, but the reason it's so expensive is there's only one sticker that is above the price of the capsule, and that is the Titan foil, which is at $163.73.
Wow! I've just had a quick peek onto the Cluj-Napoca 2015 Steam page, and it's actually just been bought. It was sitting around the 50 Australian mark or 35 US, and it's just gone up to 72. But the lowest buy order, the highest buy order is 43. So that price is going to stick for very long.
Yep. So if you look at that, it's $163 for a sticker, and there's eight stickers in the capsule.
Yeah.
So you have a 1 in 8 chance of getting this Titan foil. The next highest item is the Dignitas foil, which is $43.52. And then it completely drops off from there. You have Mouse Sports, which is $26. Flipside is $23. Liquid, $20. Cloud9, $18. CLG, $14. And then Vex is $13. So it makes sense why the EV is so high, but in reality, that's not something you're going to want to go purchase in open right now.
No. Oh goodness, no way. Could not justify it. At this point, I don't have ridiculous amounts of money to spend, like $70 a capsule for a capsule that's
Nope, definitely not.
That's just asking for trouble.
So that's something I think we should do. I like looking at this. This is a cool sheet.
Outsourced has been absolutely amazing with this sheet. He has put in so much work into this. It's absolutely amazing to be able to see if there's ever a capsule with positive EV it is immediately opened to oblivion until it is no longer profitable.
Yeah, exactly. He single-handedly may have destroyed the possibility of getting money off of these capsules because of the sheet, but that's all right. The
Yeah.
sheet I think is far more valuable than gambling your money away.
Absolutely, and you can see the price history of after something's been released, what's actually in the capsule. You're
Right.
able to actually
Exactly.
see values. There are some dates where it's not available, like if Steam's down or something. But overall,
Yes, yes.
you can see the expected value change over time as the stickers as the stickers themselves have changed. Change
Right.
in
And
price.
there's a whole story behind it too, you know. It's not just some number plastered up there. Like if you dive into it, you can make sense of it and actually learn quite a bit from it.
Absolutely, you can learn so much. Um, I've just seen from Growling Bear. I've got the podcast chat up. Growling Bear's mentioned we have positive EV trade ups as well. They are few and far between, unfortunately, lately. Anytime someone even sniffs one out,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
they're done
it's
to
mined
oblivion.
to oblivion. Yeah, exactly.
Like I can think of like the Orp exoskeleton, recent recent new addition to CS:GO. Absolutely beautiful Orp, beautiful budget Orp. Detail in it's amazing. It could have been a pink or a red in an old collection if it was in one of the early collections.
Right.
That's my opinion on how it looks anyway. But the trade ups have been spammed for that so much. The
Well,
inputs.
it's crazy because if you I don't know where I saw this. Someone mentioned it somewhere on the Discord server, but it was regarding the amounts of cases or items in a case, and or I guess say for blues, like some blues are more likely to be
I've seen that.
unboxed than others, and I don't know if it's I mean I didn't look too far into it, but that's something that is kind of curious because I think the numbers for the exoskeleton were higher than all the other skins in because the exoskeleton's purple, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So it was higher than the amount of all the other purples, which was curious for sure.
yeah. I think there's a couple of factors that are affecting that particular skin. Firstly, you're not going to use that AWP as filler for a trade up. The other
Sure.
purples are getting used for trade ups, so people will chain if they don't get the AWP exoskeleton. They're going to use those to trade up for maybe a cybersecurity.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. The whole world of trade ups, I am not. If Babs is like the pinnacle of trade ups, I am like the opposite of Babs with trade ups. I've tried so many times to get into it, and every single time I don't know what I'm doing. And I use FloatDB, I use Schmatco's website.
Yeah,
I
Trade Up
nothing.
Ninja, that
I'm
fantastic website.
so bad, so
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. I'll occasionally just go through and be like, "Oh, I wonder if there's anything that's profitable. No, okay, I'm not going to put any much more work into that.
Yep,
I think
that's me.
I did a couple that actually worked. I was very lucky. I got an FN Glock Dragon tattoo trade up. That one was nice and profitable, and I also got a cybersecurity trade up that was FN. That came up nicely, but there's not many that I've actually put much research into. I probably could make a bit more money, but
I think the most recent one I tried was the Bengal tiger one.
yep,
Um, and I got all the right inputs. I went on Buff. I did all the research. I spent an evening doing it, and I was super pumped. And I did three of them, and I got nothing every single time. Which I mean, you know, it makes sense. You have a 66% chance of not getting
yeah,
what you want, and even less to get the Bengal tiger. And yeah, every time it was nothing. So we live and we learn from that, I guess.
absolutely. It's unfortunate, but man, it is what it is. Where that trade ups, they're not guaranteed profit. It's you have to play a law of large numbers. If you're looking at something
Oh
that's
yeah.
66% profit, you have to do it like 100 times, get 66 hits, and then also not tank the price of what you've actually done,
Exactly.
what you've
Exactly.
actually
Flood the
made.
market.
Yeah, especially with something like a FN Bengal Tiger. If all of a sudden an extra like 500 to 1,000 of them appeared on the market, like the price might
Yeah.
not stay quite where it is.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, what are they sitting at now? Bengal Tiger P250. They're currently sitting at factory new 62 Australian dollars.
So they went up a little bit. Well, actually, no, that's Australian. Never mind. I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's currently Australian dollars.
Got it. Okay, yeah, $48 for me. All right. Yeah, I mean I was excited for Broken Fang to end and buy up some of these blue mil-spec skins, but it hasn't popped off. I thought it was going to be a little bit more growth from hype alone, but I guess the hype wasn't there as much. But solid long-term investment for sure.
Absolutely. Now, if I go into that was the Google Doc, the Capsule EV Guide, major stickers. Was there one for cases that he's done as well?
There is.
Drop pull caps.
I think there is somewhere. I do not have it.
Okay. I was gonna have a quick look at the most positive. I think it's actually something like Weapon Case 3.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you, No Pro Gamer, for that. CSGO Weapon Case details. Okay. Return on investment. Weapon Case 2 is at 74%. 77. Yeah, Weapon Case 3 is almost 80% return. On your money. Yeah, that's currently your highest expected value is out of off the CSGO Weapon Case 3. So
weren't you just recently trying to prove to someone how bad the case was, and then proceeded to get like a really good skin out of it?
Maybe. So I may have I may have actually bought one. I bought two. I opened it and I opened both of them. The first one was a rubbish P2000. The second one was a .02 factory new P250 undertow. So I turned my $8 into, well, so it was 16 total. $16 into about $75, $80. I'm trying to prove a point.
I mean, I guess at the end of the day, if you got garbage, then your point would have been proven.
Absolutely.
And if you got something, I mean, it was a win-win for you, right?
It was a win-win for me. Weapon Case 3s are actually, what are they? They're 5 Australian each now. Whew. They're pricey. So the reason, does anyone want to hazard a guess as to why the weapon case itself has gotten so pricey? What would you think, Steeno?
I mean, it's rare, and all the CS:GO Weapon Case 1 and CS:GO Weapon Case 2. Well, I guess CS:GO Weapon Case 2, and then the winter and summer cases. Those were always like the hot ticket item to, if you were gonna open a case, that's what you would want to open because the EV was always higher. So I'm guessing purely just because. I mean, it's rare over time. I mean, you look at the price; it has shot up in the past.
It has shot up.
Like a year or two.
My whole thought is, it does have only one red skin. It's trade up filler exactly. So
Yeah.
all these pink skins are being used as trade up fodder for your collections to get your AWP fades, your AWP Gungnairs. AWP fade should totally be a purple. It shouldn't be a red. Fight me on that one, everybody. It was just like it was just lazy, absolutely laziest red ever to exist.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a pretty looking. That's all I have to say. Is not it doesn't look great. Like, but I mean the case itself. Like I don't like. I just look at it and I'm like, why did they do this? Like just an all pistol case.
right?
I guess it makes sense, when at the time the CZ just came out and
They had all these
whatever
pistols to
else,
show
but
off, and it's like the revolver
it was
case.
yeah. I mean, some people here are so religious about the revolver case, and for me, man, I get it. It's cheap. It's really cheap. But man, I just
Absolutely.
look at that case and I barf.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
it's
looking
not.
at it right now. I've just bought one. So, uh, well, I've bought one just for the podcast actually. So what I'm gonna open one. So I'm meant to get 80% of my money back. That's the whole deal. Well, the whole deal. Something I would like to do every week. Every week when we do this podcast, I would like to look at something that's maybe the best EV, maybe the worst EV, maybe a revolver case. Seeing as there's so many
Can't
of
wait
them.
till the
Till I open
Katowice
an eye.
2015 is. Can't wait till Kato 2015s are positive EV.
Oh,
Buy one
mate,
of those.
that would be great. Let's let's open this one weapon case 3. Let's see what we get. So, give the case a little shake, and I'm meant to have
Imagine the
80% of my money, and I've gotten a battle scarred 0.66999999. Wow, that's
that
a
is
float. That's a
what skin is it?
the red frag cam, the P2K. That's a blue.
Oh wow,
But
that is a real beaut.
0.6699999897.
That's you can sell that on the market for a whopping 85 cents.
85 cents. Wonderful. Isn't that just great, everybody?
Well, actually, the float value is capped at 0.7.
0.7 is what it's capped
So
at. 0.669. It's actually not bad. It's one of the most battle scarred ones to exist.
wow.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that looks rough.
It looks very rough. What does it even have? Oh, it doesn't even have a rank. Blech. Oh no, it's rank 760. Worst float.
Wow.
Well,
That you could totally get some overpay for that.
oh
Wow.
man, get some overpay on buff or something.
Um, 780.
So, so I've returned maybe 1/8 of the money that I've put into this.
And let this be
This is a
proof
lesson
that gambling in CS:GO is 9 times out, not even 9 times out of 10. It's just not going to pay off.
Absolutely not. That's why we invest. We don't gamble. We're not at a casino.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So that's why people will see in my inventory. I've also got these Titan 2015s and stuff that I'm still yet to put into storage. Stuff that I'm actually trying to make money on.
Not opening things.
Not opening. No, like my Titans have actually. These Cato 15 Titans are actually still going up. Wow. That's doing all right. They're sitting at just shy of 100 Australian each.
Sheesh.
I know, on Steam. So big yikes. That's I bought them at about 70, 65, 70. So they're doing okay.
The hype around it is interesting.
What's one of your worst cases?
Oh man, like least favorite or
Least favorite
worst
and
case
worst to invest in right now.
Oh, all right. Let me tell you, and this is a reminder to everybody listening, the clutch case is garbage, hot garbage. It is literally a dumpster fire sitting, doing nothing. The amount of people who are hyped off the clutch case, and yes, I get that it did make a huge gain from whatever it was, like 10 cents to 26 cents. But you are not going to want to buy the clutch case right now. I don't get it. I don't understand
It's
the people that come in and say, should I invest in the clutch case? No, the answer is no. Never invest in the clutch case. It's not worth it.
It is absolutely. The gloves in it are like, the skins in it are trash. Like, there's nothing in it that's worth any money. If the gloves are like, whoa. You know,
It's still it's literally
it's
still
the,
in the active drop pool. It is in prime. It is not going to be moved anytime soon. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because now we do have two rare gloves,
yeah.
right?
Yep, that's
But
the Gen 2 gloves.
it is still hot garbage. Not worth
Absolutely.
it if you're
I
going to
agree.
invest. I am a lover of Spectrum cases. Spectrum cases are my all-time favorite thing. You are better off purchasing Spectrum cases right now than you are to purchase Clutch case. And the Spectrum case is not bad, but its ceiling is a little bit limited. Still a better investment in Clutch case.
Yeah, agreed. Absolutely agree there. Oh man, the it's just not good.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that do flip it, but I do not understand. I don't know. I agree with what Growling just said, that cases with gloves won't be special anymore if they continue to pump out cases with gloves.
Agreed.
And I'd be shocked that Valve is not trying to do that. I feel like it makes sense that they want these glove cases not to be, skyrocketing. You look at breakout cases, well over $2, and glove cases getting its way up there too.
Yep.
It makes sense, I get why they're trying to introduce more gloves.
I get it that they are a nice cosmetic that now that they've started doing it, like the glove case was really something special that deserves its premium price tag
Oh yeah.
over the others. The first generation of gloves deserves like Weapon Case 1. Both deserve their special place in CS history.
Yep.
So as
I made a mistake. I said Operation Breakout. I was meaning Broken Fan.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, yes. It's the gloves are cool. Like they are really cool. I would sooner have Zeus skins though. That would be
the day they release Zeus skins, that one guy on Twitter is gonna absolutely lose it.
Oh, he's gonna lose it 100%.
Everyone's gonna tag him. He's gonna be the most popular Twitter person for the next 24 hours.
Oh man.
Oh.
I hope he rides that out if that ever happens.
Absolutely. He just
awesome.
needs to fill his inventory with Zeus skins. Full inventory. Oh,
collect every single one.
Absolutely. Would have to have one of every single one in every condition.
Right. Exactly. Got to get them all. There was I don't know what subreddit it was. I think it was I don't know if it was CSGO Market Forum or if it was CSGO Trading or something like that. But there was some guy that was talking about his Katowice 2014 collection, and he has every single sticker that he purchased quite a long time ago. I think it was like back in 2015 after it ended. But he ended up he has every single one of those stickers. And nice that was insane. Yeah, just thinking about the amount of stickers that he has and like what they are. But that's gonna be that guy on Twitter with the Zeuses in 10 years. 10 years.
And people think
not a dead game. 10 years.
Something about investing as well that people. There's a lot of young people in CS:GO that are like sub 20 years old. Lots and lots and lots that are sub 20 years old, and this is like their first foray into investing.
Yeah, definitely.
Investing is a long game. People think that 3 months, 6 months is a long time to hold a case or hold an item. Looking at the real world, that's nothing. You're looking at like 10, 20 years to get really nice returns on an investment. When
it takes time. It takes a lot of time. It really does.
Absolutely, but so the earlier you start, the better. Which is one of the best things that everyone that's now starting while they're young, that's something that they're learning. The earlier that they've gotten in, the more money they'll be able to make. Wall Street Casino's Tesla.
yeah, that or crypto right now. No offense to anyone who's. I mean, I am even invested in crypto, but
I've invested in crypto as well. I actually I've taken my profits out.
It's definitely much more of a casino than Wall Street. That's for sure.
Yeah, the booms and busts have been ridiculous.
Yes,
they're like Dogecoin millionaires. That's just absolutely ridiculous.
It's gonna be interesting seeing how crypto possibly impacts people purchasing on CS:GO, because I feel like there's definitely a correlation, because there are third-party sites that accept crypto. I think Bitskins is one of them.
Yeah.
But like it'll be interesting to see how those two coincide, because I mean if you think about it, they're a very similar thing. Some people talk about like NFTs or whatever, but
CS:GO skins are the first NFTs.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, obviously they're not unique, every single one. I mean, they technically are because of the float value and whatever, but it's still essentially the same exact skin.
Yeah.
But
like your your P250 Sand Dune 0.69420 float is going to be worth more
with the NRG big dick stickers on them.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're going to be worth way more than the other standard ones. There's going to be like certain collections that are worth more. If you think about what NFTs are, CS:GO skins are the first NFTs. And they're going...
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's... It is crazy. It's amazing to see. Magic the Gathering doesn't quite have that yet. I don't think they will. That whole company's starting to shoot themselves in the foot, in all honesty. They've done it with the last few items, but it's still profitable.
Well, you look at like Pokemon cards. Those.
Oh my god, those have exploded. Oh, that's what I wanted to touch on. Something that noticed in 2017, during the last big crypto bull run, was it launched the prices of a lot of other collectibles, so such as Magic the Gathering Reserve List, and also you could also see it in CS. Items had a spike through 2017.
Sure.
As people took their crypto profits and secured them into another asset.
Right.
So the collectible market tends to closely follow along. It's just something that I've noticed. It's just something that has closely followed along with crypto, because it's something people will still have that want to be able to have something,
right,
and be able to go, this is where my money is. It's not this string of numbers and letters. It's a thing.
Right. I always have my dad's voice in the back of my head, always saying like, man, you gotta show something for what you have, and I always laugh. I always tell him about these investments, and I always laugh at him. He's like, I gotta show for something, these digital things or whatever.
I've done the same with my folks. I'm like, look at this. Look at this pile of cardboard that's worth money. Look at this.
Exactly.
Look at these pixels. They don't do anything for the game. They don't make you any better, but they're worth money. It's very funny. So with this whole podcast, I should have said this at the beginning, but we aren't financial advisors. This is not actually going to be like investing. By no means. Investing advice, by no means. We're not.
I'm a teacher, so I teach students. I'm not in the financial sector at all.
And I'm a nurse. I'm not. I'm not anything. Anything financially related. I've just taken money and learnt myself how to make it more money. I
like to think of it as a hobby.
Absolutely.
A hobby that makes money.
A hobby that makes money is a great hobby. I've been bitten viciously by the money making bug. It's hit me pretty hard, and now that I've spent enough time like investing in both real world style assets and cards and now CS, like, and I'm seeing returns. It's like, ooh, that's that's a very nice feeling.
I think I've gotten bitten by the money losing bug, um, with RMR and all that.
Oh man, RMR. We're gonna have to talk about that one at some point. That's gonna be
Yeah, that'll be a beast to tackle. That'll be a
absolutely.
whole episode worth.
That's that's gonna be a nice episode of it. Speak Speaking of episodes, we've actually hit our 45-minute mark. Um, I I think we can almost start thinking about wrapping this up. This has been
Yeah,
awesome.
that sounds good.
Oh, Steno, thank you so much for joining. I believe next week we've got Schmatko coming on. Six Matko. Don't just call him Matko. He does not like that.
Yes, I've learned that the hard way.
Yes, he will get very, very grumpy. He does not like it. But we've got Schmatko coming on next week. So instead of this time, it's going to be a fair bit earlier. I've got the podcast days and times with +8 GMT because I'm in Australia. And so it's going to be myself, Steeno, and Schmatko for another episode of the Positive EV podcast. Oh, chat questions. Oh, that's
Yeah, we forgot to do that.
We forgot
Let's
to do a
do
chat.
that really quick.
Yeah, let's do a chat question. So
I will scroll up and see.
so everyone, if you've got a question, we can post a few questions now. See who's still listening. See if we can get a real high quality question.
Little Scoot said, "Do you want to play Fortnite?" Steeno says, "No."
Say this.
No offense, Little Scoot.
So these questions, we would like them to be about investing, not about how to get a girlfriend or
Joe.
yeah.
Let's see.
Will happen again even so. Okay, Klaus, that's actually a pretty good question. Do we think that the same 3 cent case will happen again even with all the new Chinese investors? Absolutely. Myself, absolutely. Look at Prisma. So Prisma 1 before it went rare was 3 cents for like forever. On buff you could get it for like 0.11 RMB. You could get it for less than 3 cents. They are absolutely worth placing your buy orders as soon as the case comes out. That's in my opinion. What about you, Steeno? What do you think? 3 cent cases will happen again?
I think they will. It's hard to say. I mean, depending on what type of cases they pump out, I think that will affect it too. Because if you look at the most recent was the fracture case, it still has not hit rock bottom, and obviously it has a ways to go. It won't be removed anytime soon, but it has stayed at a high price. But over time, you can see that it is going down slowly but surely.
Yeah.
A 3 cent case, though, I don't know. I think it's going to be tough. I think it could happen, especially if there was a case that really sucked.
Snake bite.
Yeah, I mean that could be it. I look at like Danger Zone case. I like Danger Zone case. It's one of the ones that I'm kind of hyped about. But it was for quite a while really cheap. There were a lot of cases like that, and I do think it is entirely possible. The longer it stays in prime and non-prime, I think the higher the chance of it reaching 3 cents.
Again, yeah. I believe after doing a bit of research, there was actually a time where you could get like 10-50 cases for 3 cents US, like quite in the early days of CS. People just didn't have the value of the value of cases and what they would be. So you would you used to be able to get so many cases so much cheaper, but that's not going to happen anymore. 3 cents is going to be the absolute minimum.
Get your buy orders in.
Yeah, get your buy orders in, absolutely. Oh, well, that was a good question. I've seen a couple more questions come through, but unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have time to do that. This is, I think we've hit our time threshold. Thank you everybody for coming through and listening to the debut episode of the Positive EV podcast. My name is Francis III.
I'm Steeno. If you guys have suggestions, feel free to
post them in the podcast chat. I'm pretty much always on Discord. You can post suggestions, things to talk about. We'll be trying to get interviews with more and more people. It's been absolutely amazing fun just to have a chat with you, Steeno.
Yeah, likewise, Fracus. We'll see you next week.
I'll see you guys next week. Thanks everyone for coming, and remember to keep your EV positive.
Positive EV.